Hi, welcome to Delicate Dark Girl. Today I am here to talk about my favorite liquid lipsticks, mainly because I love lip swatch videos and wanted to make another one for this special Easter egg video. Yeah, get it? It's a surprise. Anyway, so these are my top 4 brands of liquid lipsticks at the moment: Black Rouge, Juvia's Place, Stila, and Revlon. I also seem to stay in a particular color range. Anyway, as you can see, I have berry colors, some classic reds, some peachy mauve, beige mauves, I guess you could call them. Anyway, on to texture. You can see the different textures in the berries alone. The Revlon is a glossy tint where it stays glossy and stays put for hours. The Black Rouge you see is the same color, but a small sheen to its soft velvety texture. And then you have the Stila, is the most different in color. It's more of a wine red and a pure matte. The Black Rouge and the Stila blend well. The Stila needs to be blended before it dries though, or it's too late. The Black Rouge can be blended at any time due to its soft texture. The Revlon fixates quickly after application, so blending isn't as easy with that than either of the others. It also loses most of all the shine texture when you do it as well. The next set of similar colors is the Peach Beige Mauves. The Juvia's Place texture is a true matte lipstick. It is soft and blendable before it dries. Revlon, which is the same glossy tint as the berry one, but not as peach, more beige and mauve-y. And then the Stila in the same matte all-day formula. It's the true mauve of the bunch. These colors I treat as MLBB lips. If you don't know what MLBB is, it's my lips but better, a rather old phrase, I believe. And then you have my secret trademark, the reds. They're all different in texture, basically the same textures as I've already described before because they're the same brands as before, obviously. Anyway, they vary slightly in undertone. So the Juvia's Place and one of the Black Rouge lipsticks are more of a blue tone red. The Revlon and the other Black Rouge are a warm yellow toned red, along with the Stila. Then, as for the browns, there are 2 metallics in the middle and a gloss at the end. You'll see them. The gloss was a special release by Madame Fumi here on YouTube. There it is. In collab with Juvia's Place. And the metallics are a special kind of matte. They are full of a subtle shine on the lips, but they are still matte, like a foil matte or something. Then you have the last 2 pinks from the Revlon, just to swatch my full collection. So, starting with my Juvia's Place liquid lipsticks, this is my whole collection, very lacking, I'm sad to say, because it seems this particular line was discontinued. I'm devastated, but life goes on, I guess. Either way, I love them, and I will be showing you lip swatches of just my top 3. Yay! You've actually seen all 3 of these in other swatch videos before. There's nothing more I really need to say to intro them, except that they are my reigning favorite in this standard matte, no budge kind of liquid lipsticks. It really adheres to your lip and feels as if it's becoming part of the mouth, not just something sitting on top of it. It doesn't have that standard dry feeling when worn alone, but I do often wear Carmex or something on my lips beforehand, just because my lips get so dry. In these swatches though, I didn't put anything on before putting on the lip. Another thing to note, the high opacity of each color. These Juvia's ones are the thickest in coloring. Is that what one would call a high chroma value? Moving on. Stilla. Another matte stay all day formula, but the coloring of these is what I would like to call clear. They almost seem transparent. They are so clear in coloring you think it's your lip if you didn't know any better. They are quite thin in formula, but not in opacity. If you don't get what I mean, look at my lip. See what I mean? They have a crisp, clean coloring to them that affords this lightweight look to each shade, especially when it fully dries down to its almost stained glass matte appearance. Next, Black Rouge. This I introed in a Get Ready With Me. It's a South Korean brand lipstick in a velvet formula, and it is exactly that. It's airy, it's pigmented, it's got a bit of soft sheen, it's velvet for real. They blend the easiest, and I can only assume that's because of how they tend to do their makeup over there, but it makes for a great gradient lip, which I didn't do here, but could have, and they layer on themselves really well. The color deepens as you put more, but the softness and the airiness stays as well. It can clump in the inner lip when you put too much, but that might be because of how my lips are or whatever. Last but not least, the Revlons, the newest additions to my collection, and to me, the most interesting thing to be introduced in the USA this year in cosmetics land. The colors are quite buildable and have a semi-opaqueness to them overall. They work only on super bare lips, so don't try to impress your lips with balm or anything. My last Get Ready With Me will tell you what a mistake that will be. But they are so pretty on the lips because of that shine, and it almost feels like a gel cast, but not in a thick way. It's like jelly cast, a very thin, lightweight jelly that is only sticky if you press your lips together and smush. The shine also lasts all day, which was great because since you can't prep the lips, I worried about dryness. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this special video. There's a secret theme to these. Stay tuned. Bye.